I'm Nick. I started Nick's TV Repair more than a decade ago and since then have fixed over 26,000 devices. I'm about to show you a simple trick to diagnose this 4K Samsung TV and how to fix it. As you can see, there is the please connect one connect box message on screen, but when I do, I get no picture. There are two parts with this TV that can cause this issue: the main board inside the TV and this one connect box. For the diagnostic trick, we first need to disassemble the box. I'm gonna flip it over to the back side and remove these 6 screws. Now we can remove the back cover and the circuit board inside. Let's bring it back to the TV. We still have the connect one connect box message. Let's plug it in. And one thing I'll notice is our fan is not spinning. We still don't have picture on screen. And now for the trick, we're gonna use hot air to heat up the board. Hey, we have a picture. This does confirm that the One Connect box is the issue. Now, the only problem is that these One Connect boxes are no longer available for sale anywhere. In order to fix this TV, we are going to have to perform a component level repair on this One Connect box. But that's okay, we'll show you exactly how to do that. Back to the workbench. First, let's remove the heatsink. Start by disconnecting the fan connector on the front, then flip the board over. The heatsink is held in place with 3 plastic clips. Pinch and push them through using needle nose pliers. Even then, the heatsink might still be stuck because the thermal paste is dried up. To loosen it, gently heat the board. This should make it easier to slowly and carefully lift the heatsink off the processor chips. Now that the processors are exposed, let's talk about this component level repair. You'll see that the 3 silver chips don't have legs like some of the other components. That's because they use something called a ball grid array, BGA. Instead of legs, they sit on rows of tiny solder balls that connect them to the board. Over time, these solder balls can crack, which stops the chip from working properly. When we heated the board earlier, the metal expanded just enough to make the connection work again for a little while. For a long-term fix, we'll need to reflow the solder using a BGA rework machine. The rework machine will very precisely heat up the chip both from the top and the bottom simultaneously until it reaches the solder's melting point. This process will take around 6 to 7 minutes. We are now about 2 minutes into the profile and we'll be adding some flux. The flux will help with the solder flow. We should now have reached the solder's melting point, which means if we give the chip a gentle prod, we should be able to see it slightly move, thus confirming that all the solder is in a liquid state. We've just skipped ahead to the second chip. We're already 2 minutes into the profile and are adding the flux. We've now reached the solder's melting point for the second chip and are ready to prod. This one you can more clearly see the movement, which again confirms we reached the solder's melting point and thus have properly reflowed it. We are now skipping ahead to adding the flux for the third and final processor chip. And again, we're going to give it a gentle prod to make sure that all of the solder is molten and that we've reached our proper reflow temperature. And it looks like we did. Before we put the box back together and retest it, we will want to put some thermal paste on the processors so that we can make sure to keep them cool. So I'm going to be putting some MX-4. Alright, so I'm just placing the heatsink on top. I'm not actually going to lock it down, but this is just to spread some of the thermal paste. We'll take a look. Well, that was not a very good spread. So it looks like I'll have to put a little bit more. We'll put the heatsink back on one more time. Again, put some pressure on it. Let's take another look. So the 2 smaller ones look pretty good. The larger one, we still have a couple spots where we need to put a little bit more thermal paste. Okay, this time I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in. Same thing, I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on it, kind of move it around a little bit, and we'll remove it just to do a final inspection. All right, and that looks like we do have pretty good spread on all 3 of them now. And let's do a final live test. The reason I'm checking without the circuit board back in the box is I want to make sure that our fan is spinning. So let's see, we are getting picture and our fan is indeed spinning now. So to me, this does confirm we have a successful repair. We'll just need to put the circuit board back in the box before we can send it back to the customer. If you have a One Connect box you'd like to send in for us to fix, we offer flat rate services which come with a 1-year warranty. Those are available on our website, which I'll have linked in the description down below. If you found the video helpful or useful, leave us a like, subscribe for more content, and thank you for watching.